Howdy, everybody. It is Abraham here, and today I'm going to touch base with what I've been reading and my books I've gotten in the mail. The books I've gotten in the mail is two books that I've actually was surprised and I really wanted. So I'm like, buy them. That way I have them. Has to do with my past of being a Jehovah's Witness, and I figured, as Lloyd Evans said, we can never be 100% healed from being in a cult. I have stories in I have actually a playlist that says pretty much everything if you are interested and what you would like to know. So I have got a copy of Lloyd Evans, who I just quoted's book, The Reluctant Apostate. Leaving Jehovah's Witnesses Comes at a Price. It was a foreword by Hemet Mehta, and here's what it looks like. The Reluctant Apostate by Lloyd Evans. It is very thick, and I love thick books. I like big books, and I cannot lie. Them skinny ones can't deny. The blurb on the back says, imagine a violent global apocalypse in which billions die as the planet is cleansed of all who are deemed wicked. Then, once the dust has settled on the unfathomable death and destruction, envision a paradise earth slowly rising from the ashes. A new world filled with exotic animals and happy, peaceful people. Humanity basks in a utopia in which nobody ever dies. Dead loved ones are resurrected. Suffering becomes a thing of the past. As fanciful as this future vision may seem, it encapsulates the firm hope of millions of Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide. But what happens when you stop believing these incredible promises? What fate awaits those who turn a critical eye to their beloved leaders? Allow former Jehovah's Witness Lloyd Evans to guide you through the beliefs, practices, and history of one of the least understood but most successful evangelical movements of the modern age. And there is the copy. Another book that I was quite excited to get but it's now in 12 languages. This is the 4th edition, Crisis of Conscience. The struggle between loyalty to God and loyalty to one's religion. A penetrating view of a religion's supreme council and their dramatic power over human lives, by Raymond Franz, former member of the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses. And there is the very shiny cover. Bold print for my bad eyes, which is wonderful. Two books I just finished reading. They were interesting. I am a huge fan of Carlos Castenada, so I've read everything he's written. Carlos Castenada, The Wheel of Time, The Shamans of Ancient Mexico, their thoughts about life, death, and the universe. There was a lot of kind of stuff going around that he might have been a fake, but I don't care. I like his content. I like what he wrote, so a lot of it's life-changing stuff, and I pretty much disregard the stuff that I don't find necessary or useful in my life. But that's just me as a reader, and as someone who's a little bit of a, I was going to say stoic, but let's say, I don't know. Let's just say it takes a lot to trick me, having been in a cult. I'm a doubter. That's a good word I'll use. I am a doubter. What do you think? Take it with a grain of salt. I do most of these books on mysticism, magic, the occult, witchcraft. I have a policy that if 0.01% of the stuff in these occult and witchcraft books is true, we live in a pretty weird world. Near the end of his life, Carlos Castenada gathered together and reviewed his seminal works on his training as a shaman initiate, regarded in a literary career that spans over 30 years. This book is a collection of quotations that is drawn from the landmark volumes The Teaching of Don Juan, Journey to Islam, A Separate Reality, and Tales of Power. So that's what the copy. It's quite a beautiful book. A lot of good information in it. But like I said, I take it with a grain of salt. You do you, boo. Another book I read, and I like it because some of my ancestors were from Eastern Europe, is the Everything Kabbalah book. The Kabbalah. Unlock the mysteries of this ancient practice. Once the province of rabbinical scholars, the Kabbalah now attracts spiritually minded people from all traditions and backgrounds. What is it about this ancient mystical practice that attracts the likes of Madonna and David Beckham? With the Everything Kabbalah book, you too can explore its mysteries and learn how they relate to your life and the world today. Written by leading Kabbalist Mark Elber, this comprehensive handbook reveals the secrets of the ancient Jewish practice that has kept people captivated for ages, including the origins of Kabbalah and early Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah theories of creation and the human role in the cosmos, Lurianic Kabbalah, Kabbalah and its relationship with the Torah, and why the philosophy of Kabbalah appeals to such celebrity followers as Britney Spears and Demi Moore. Whether you're considering the serious study of Kabbalah for yourself or are just curious about the enduring allure of this age-old tradition, the Everything Kabbalah book is exactly what you are looking for. I gave it 4 stars or 5 stars. It was really, really full of great information. So this is the book I just finished, and Wheel of Time by Carlos Castenada. I gave 5 stars. I've read it like 11 times. That's how good it is. Can always pull something from it. And I am reading at the moment Comparative Religion for Dummies. And so far, I'm not liking it because it seems like it's written for a very, very, I don't know how to word it, but it's written for somebody who's not, I've studied this stuff forever. I have studied the Bible forever. Or so some people would have you believe. No. Yeah, it's alright. It's not the best, but it is a Dummies book. So, kind of in the title, right? I'll finish it and let you guys know what I think. Kind of hard to review stuff like this because either you're completely for it or against it. I'm kind of in the middle, the middle way. I'm like, some of it's great information. Part of it so far that I did like was the fact it brought up Abram, or the forefather Abraham, growing up under Hammurabi's code, which makes a lot of sense when you think of the Mosaic Law and the mitzvah. There's the cover. It's a Dummies book. Nothing special about it. And last but definitely not least, I'm reading Haunted Files from the Edge, a paranormal investigator's explorations into infamous legends and extraordinary manifestations by Philip J. Imbrogno. He co-wrote The Vengeful Jinn with Rosemary Ellen Guiley, and that's actually where I found this writer. I like it. It is a Llewellyn book, not known for their quality, but just when you think Philip Imbrogno's infamous files have been exhausted, he presents us with another collection of spooky cases of unexplained strangeness. Pulled from more than 30 years' worth of investigations, these never-before-published cases involve run-ins with angry spirits, phantasms, monsters, and poltergeists. Isn't that just terrifying? Through detailed on-scene investigations and historical research, Haunted Files from the Edge takes you on a creepy tour of notorious specters, haunted places, and legends, such as the ghosts of Sleepy Hollow, the curse of the Green Man Witch, the ghosts of the Alamo, and the curse of Owlsbury. Using state-of-the-art tools and special imaging techniques, Imbrogno has been able to find rational explanations for 73% of the cases he has investigated. The mystifying cases presented here, supported by eyewitness testimonies and photographic evidence, are among those with no explanation. So, I'm going to try to read it. It seems to be a lot higher quality than what I'm used to from Llewellyn, but yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So, thank you for watching this far, and if you have, please subscribe. My content is improving daily.